successful club series called the Toastmasters educational program. The successful club series, a set of presentation, address the quality of the club meetings. The Toastmasters educational program is a curriculum that helps guide members towards success in communication and leadership. With his speech, our speaker will earn his third Toastmasters Education Achievements, the Advanced Leader Brown Award, and he will be explaining why you should strive to earn your educational award at Toastmasters. Let's help me to welcome our President Scott Brown.
Why are you here? Anita, why do you come here on Tuesday nights?
Because I want to become a motivational speaker.
That's a good answer. Chris, why do you come here every Tuesday night?
DTM, baby.
To get your DTM, baby. What's a DTM?
Distinguished Toastmaster.
That's correct. Says the man who has two of them. We're not here to eat the food, which is wonderful, or to socialize with all of the wonderful people here. We're here to become more effective communicators and leaders. If you don't believe me, open up your Competent Communicator workbook and look at the first thing on the first page, which is the Toastmasters mission, that says our mission is to empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. You can come to our meetings and give speeches blindly and take roles just as they come to you, and hope that the experience will make you a more effective communicator or a leader. And they might. But there's a better way. There's a path, a curriculum that Toastmasters International has set out for you. And this is the Toastmasters educational track. Tonight, that's what I'm going to be talking to you about. This is an overview of the track. You come in as a new member, and you earn various awards in leadership and in communication. Each of these awards is composed of a series of projects. As you move through the track, the projects get more and more intense, pushing you further and further out of your comfort zone until you're doing things at the end of the track that you never thought you could do. Let's go through them one by one. And I will say that in the interest of time, I'm going to skip through or very briefly describe some of these so that we can have more time for table topics tonight. So I'm going to cover the competent communicator and the competent leader, and then the last awards on the track, the Advanced Communicator Gold, the Advanced Leader Silver, and the rest of them I'm just kind of going to skim through to give you an idea of where you start and where you finish. In the communication track, you start with this Competent Communication Handbook. You've all got one of these. You were given it when you became a member. If you don't have it yet, please see Divya and get your Competent Communicator Handbook. The handbook is composed of 10 projects, which are all speeches, and the speeches focus on the fundamentals of public speaking. Things like organizing your speech, getting to the point, focusing on your body language, your eye contact, your voice, and how you can use it to inspire people. These are things that any speaker at any level should be focusing on. If you've given 500 speeches, you could still learn something from taking a look at this book, understanding what the fundamentals of public speaking are, and focusing on improving them. When you complete all of those 10 projects, you're recognized with the magical Competent Communicator Award. It's a shiny piece of paper that tells you that you've done a good job. But it also opens up the door for advanced communication education. Life beyond the CC comes in the form of these advanced manuals. Each manual focuses not on the fundamentals of speaking, but on particular styles. There's the entertaining speaker, which teaches you how to entertain an audience. There are things like professional speaker. Anita wants to become a motivational speaker. Maybe you should look at this one. We have a whole library of them. There are 15 advanced manuals in total, and as I mentioned, they are available to you. Not to write in, but you can take these books home, you can look at them. If you photocopied them, I would never know. When you work through 2 of these manuals each consist of 5 speeches. So if you work through 2 of them and complete an additional 10 speeches after your CC, you get an Advanced Communicator Bronze Award. If you work through another 10 speeches, 2 additional workbooks after that, and then conduct some presentations from the Better Speaker Series and or the Successful Club Series. One of the presentations that I'm giving now, for example, you get the Advanced Communicator Silver Award. And then finally, after you complete an additional 2 manuals, bringing you to a total of 40 speeches in Toastmasters, 40, then you can work on your ACG. The other requirements for Advanced Communicator Gold are to mentor a new speaker through their first 3 speeches, and also to conduct a project from the Success Leadership Series or the Success Communication Series. This is a capstone project. It's kind of like your thesis. You need to do this before you graduate from Toastmasters. And these projects vary in length and in their style. One of them is a 2-hour keynote presentation, which might be the easiest one to do. Another one is an 8-hour workshop, where you teach people about communication and or leadership skills, facilitating them in discussion, leading them through activities, and giving presentations along the way. So it's kind of inspiring that at Toastmasters you can start with the CC workbook. The first thing that you do up here, project number 1, is the icebreaker, where your objective is to get in front of people and speak for 4 to 6 minutes without running off the stage. And after 40 speeches, after a series of baby steps, you can get to this point where you lead an 8-hour workshop to a bunch of other people, and it's not so far out of your comfort zone that it's unrealistic. If you follow this track, you will become a better communicator. That's what it's there to help you do. Let's talk next about the leadership track, because you're not just here to become a better communicator. You're also here to develop your leadership skills. And leadership track starts similarly with the Competent Leader Workbook. This is the core of the leadership track, and it also consists of 10 projects that focus on the fundamentals of leadership. Things like listening, facilitating, delegating, motivating, they're all in here, and they are all projects that you complete just by taking roles at normal meetings. They're very easy to do. I encourage you all to bring your CL manuals to every meeting in case you take a last-minute role, and then fill out those things on the project to get credit for them, and also to focus your learning. You can be a timer and just turn on the lights, but if you go through this book and you focus on the things that they tell you to focus on, you're going to become a better leader just that way. The manual also includes much more intensive projects than just keeping time. You also need to chair a contest, which involves a lot of behind-the-works facilitation, delegation, and getting people to do the things that they're supposed to do. You need to mentor a new member, which is a leadership role in itself, helping somebody new to Toastmasters learn how to speak. After the Competent Leader Workbook, you can work through the Advanced Leader Series. The Advanced Leader Bronze is the first award you achieve after the CL. All you need to do to achieve that is basically serve as a club officer for 6 months, and then give 2 of these presentations from the Successful Club Series or the Successful Leadership Series. Leadership Excellence Series, sorry. This is my second one, so after this speech, I will be getting my ALB award. Yes. To get your ALS, which is the last leadership award, it's much more intensive. You need to have achieved the ALB award. You need to have worked for 6 months as a club sponsor, coach, or mentor. This means that you work with other clubs, the officers from those clubs, and you advise the officers to make sure that they're not running the club into the ground, or to help them with their goals. Maybe their goals are to improve membership, or to improve member activity, or they have certain educational goals. You work as a mentor to the whole club and help facilitate the club's success. And further, you need to serve as a district officer. There's officer positions above the club level. Paige, for example, is an area director. That means he manages 5 different clubs, and six different clubs in this case, and make sure that they don't run themselves into the ground. Above the area level, there's the division level, where you can manage a series of 4 or 5 different areas. And then above even the division level is the district level, where you're managing an entire district of 140 different clubs. In fact, one of our members, Stephanie Chow, is the current club growth director for our district. She is in charge of creating all of the new clubs in our 140 club district that stretches from San Francisco down to Palo Alto. And the district will go to every expense to train you to succeed in these leadership positions. The reason she's not here tonight is because they flew her out to Washington, D.C. to get leadership training, which this picture was taken like 2 hours ago. She's been there for the last 2 days, and over the next 3 days, she's going to watch the international speech contests and see 90 of the world's best speakers compete for the title of international champion. So if you want to step up into a leadership position, Toastmasters will make sure that you get the training to become a better leader. The other thing that you need to do to get your final leadership award, the ALS, is complete a high-performance leadership project. JJ is going to be detailing this specifically in his speech, which is speech number 4 tonight, so I won't go into detail, but it's very involved. When you achieve both of those awards, you become a distinguished Toastmaster. Paige has done this twice, so give him a round of applause. And that's the Toastmasters education track. Unfortunately, this track is going to be replaced. In the next 1 to 5 years, they're going to be rolling out a new education track. And I spoke to another Toastmaster from a different club, and he expressed severe disappointment that they were going to be doing this. He says, I don't want all of my progress to be erased. I said, that's interesting. He was concerned that these education awards would become worthless once the new education track came out. I said, yeah, dude, they're already worthless. This is my CC award. It's just a piece of paper. What matters isn't the paper itself. It's the 10 speeches that I needed to give to get there. It's the fact that I gave the 10 speeches and I focused on the fundamentals of public speaking. I got evaluations for them, and the experience made me a better communicator. Toastmasters International can get rid of the leadership track. This paper can get lost. It can get destroyed. It doesn't matter.
What did you do?
The experience that I gained in getting that award can't be destroyed. So I ask you again, why are you here? Are you here for the food? Are you here to socialize? Are you here for shiny pieces of paper, which can get torn up in dramatic fashion during one of your speeches? Or are you here to become a better leader and a better communicator? If you want those things, then follow this track. It's not an ends, it's a means. It's a tool, and it's a really good one. So use it. Follow the path, become a better leader, become a better communicator.